So I have a double header, tankless water here. That's what this is. And then I have the AC unit next. Right now, I'm just taking off the door, obviously, unplug the power to the system just in case if, the customer wants to use hot water. And so, therefore, they won't have hot water for a little bit. And just taking the doors off, just trying to see inside. Well, not trying to see. I'm going to see their wiring and everything else that's inside of there, like the heat exchanger and making sure everything is connected. So I'll turn off their gas as well, so it won't be seeping into the system because it's not gonna fire. And so with this right here, I'm checking their flame sensor and igniter as well. So just unscrewing that, taking the wires off as well, and just gonna clean it just to make sure that there's no soot on there. Some people, it depends if you have hard water or not, but it's annually. It's not recommended, but to me, if I had hard water, which is like well water, and soft water is kind of like city water or whatever. But if I have like well water, I would definitely do it like every 6 months, only because the calcium buildup can develop into your heat exchanger, which is what you just saw for a quick snippet. And now I'm about to clean the igniter and the flame sensor as well, and just descale it. Some igniters or hot surface igniters you cannot clean. Um, well, a lot of them you cannot clean because it's very brittle and soft. And if you mess it up, you gotta replace it. There's no cleaning it at all. So I'm not able to get a lot of it off, but I got some of the soot off, as we will call it, as you can see on the dollar bill. And yes, you can clean it with a dollar bill. And basically put it back, assemble it, screw everything back in. Um, with these, they have unique screws, so you just can't use any screws, and you have to be very gentle with these screws because you can strip the screws, and if you do that, I don't have extras, and I don't believe stores carry extras as well. So, but with the wiring, they have the labels on it, so that's pretty much what I was just showing. To be continued. So one thing I forgot to check was the screen up top. I was looking for that, the fresh air intake. A lot of tankless water heaters are different. Some of them are screwed in, as you saw with this one. It just slides out, so that's pretty clean. The fresh air comes in from the basement, so you don't always have to get it from outside. So I'm just screwing everything back in how the way I had it before, and just going from there. Like I said before, just want to be really gentle and careful how you screw it back in, and don't want to mess anything up from there. I wasn't always this fluent with the maintenance. It took me a bit to get it, but I've done it enough where I just know how to do it now, and I'm just going through it like a breeze and just being cautious as well. But yeah, so now I'm putting my hose on my supply side and then my return side, and then just tighten it so no water drips or anything like that on the floor, and then closing the supply and return, and then open up the service ports so I can drain out the heat exchanger. The heat exchangers with the wires that I was putting back together, and just showing you the water that just basically drained out the system. So this is another filter. Forgot the name of it. I already broke one before. Had to go to a store and buy another one. But it's not hard to replace. Just be gentle with it. Um, there's some debris in it. You could easily clean it out in the water, and then just get a paper towel and swirl around it, and you'll get the debris out. So now I need to just go empty this bucket out, and then pour down the sump pump. Don't worry, I'm not pouring in somebody's corner or anything like that. It's a sump pump over there. And so now I'm putting my submersible pump and setting it up, I should say, and tighten it, make for sure that it's on good. I'm being dramatic right now. It doesn't have to be that crazy using my channel locks. And head to the sink to add some water in here. I added approximately, I want to say 2 gallons. And you can get your vinegar or you can use regular vinegar. I use the Home Depot. I put like half of the bottle in there. And yeah, I don't need the whole bottle. Some people just use 2 of those vinegars and let it circulate in there. But anyways, put my submersible pump in there, and so now my return and supply side is circulating throughout the entire. Well, not yet, but once I plug it in, it'll start circulating throughout the tankless water heater, and so I just open up my valves, and now everything is about to start up and go from there. Yeah, I know. I said it all backwards, but you can see now it's working. For me, this process usually take an hour to flush out everything. So after setting everything up for the tankless water heater, I'm now moving on to the AC unit where I'm just going to do the maintenance, check the wiring, check the refrigeration, just inspecting the overall cavity of the unit. Usually when units are older, they tend to corrode and have corrosion. Um, so just making sure everything is safe and just letting the person know like what they should do and what they should prepare for at the end of the day. Um, this door switch was kind of stuck, so I didn't know what was going on. So I was like, why is it still running when I took the door off? And, I'm still toggling it and trying to figure it out. But it doesn't have a power switch on the side either. So I just started checking my voltage meeting. Good grief, readings, and just making sure it has the correct power to it, and just still messing with this door switch. Like, why is not turning off? But come to find out, it was just stuck, and yeah, being stuck, and it just turned off on its own. And I'm like, oh, okay, and went from there. So I started checking the capacitor, taking the purple wires off. I almost say yellow wires, but this is just a PSC, permanent split capacitor. And sometimes with these blower wheels, they need one. Some of them don't always have it, but I'm just checking the microfarads, just basically the readings of them. So you can see with this one, it has 40 MFD, and just making sure I got the right readings for them or whatnot, and plug them back in, and it was in range. Now I'm on to the filter, and when I tell you this filter was egregious, it was egregiously dirty. But it was bad, and this can damage your system like really bad, and we will compare it to a different filter when I get the opportunity to show him. So now I'm at the back of the AC. So your AC is inside and outside. A lot of people don't know that. I couldn't get the screw off with the elbow of the silver thing to the left of the video, so I had to take it off on the side. And this is the evaporator coil, and it has a lot of corrosion. I should just say that. So I start to explain to the customer what was going on and see if you want to take a look at it. I mean, as long as it's cooling fine. If you look, I couldn't get that because the screw over there was blocking it.
Okay.
But just like a car, as long as it's keeping it cool, it's fine. But once you feel like your home is not keeping you cool,
Okay.
it's most likely this that's causing a leak.
Oh, leak. Okay.
Yeah, but right now you're fine. So
Okay.
I'm not trying to scare you or anything like that. But when you see a car,
The moisture is okay, right?
the moisture is fine.
Okay.
The corrosion is not.
Okay.
So I would just say to you, prepare for a new system or evaporator coil, but most likely a new AC system. Time comes. I don't know if it's going to happen next year. I don't know if it's going to happen 2 years or 3 years.
Okay.
But just to give you that warning, because when you see cars corroded, it just eats away. It doesn't stop.
Right.
It's the same concept with this. It just eats away and it won't stop.
Okay.
But you're good right now. Like I said, once the wife say I'm too hot, it's not.
Just a phone.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. So after explaining everything to the customer, just want to make sure I'm clear. I like to repeat things just so it can stick in their mind or whatnot, just so they can remember. Sometimes, hopefully they do, but I do repeat myself, so or try to put it in a different way of saying it so they can really remember it. And obviously, I'm putting everything back together, and then looking for anything else that I need to let him know. As the tankless water heater is, descaling right now. Also look at the humidifier pad. With the humidifier pad, that only comes on when the heat is on. So, but I just check it every time I do a maintenance. So I'm going to show the customer the filter. So you see that compared to the one you got. It's a huge difference. So
I think frankly it's because of AC running, right?
yeah, so I'm gonna just take a picture for my records.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So you can just keep checking, and then when you get the gist of it, you can say,
After 3 months.
yeah, or just see
how bad it is going.
This is what turns on your system.
Okay.
See, like it's kind of stuck, but I guess it hasn't been removed. But don't worry about investing in it.
Okay.
I see here you have corrosion in there. This is your collector's box.
Okay.
This removes carbon monoxide, and you have leakage there as well. So when they come do a maintenance in the fall,
Okay.
they should tell you about this. It's not something you need to worry about now.
Okay.
But yeah, something to think about as well. And when they check your heat exchanger as well, that's inside. So see if there's corrosion inside the heat exchanger.
Yeah.
You do have a lifetime warranty or 20-year warranty. But even if it's in warranty, to change the heat exchanger, it's like $2,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, $2,000.
Okay.
So when you got to replace your heat exchanger, your inducer fan motor, and your collector's box, I don't think you can get changed. No, your inducer fan motor is fine, but your collector's box is leaking, so you would just have to replace that. And so that could, before taxes, that's probably like $2,400. So you had to consider whether you're replacing the whole system, which is the heating and the AC,
Okay.
or just pay for the $2,000 for the heat exchanger, and then for something for the collector's box, and then get in the AC system. But that's later on down the line. But this one to consider. But I don't know how to weigh your heat exchanger inside because I'm not doing the maintenance for the gas.
Okay.
Or for the heating, I should say. All right, but everything else is fine. This is dusty in here, the blower wheel. But other than that, it's operating, it's functioning, it's cooling your home. Anything else you have? So after talking to the customer and letting them know what was going on, basically what I've done and why I checked it, and give them a price estimate, I always let them know also that today's price is not gonna be yesterday's price or whatnot. So I finished up everything, made a little mess, put a little vinegar in there, make for sure the sump pump was still submergible pump. I don't know why I call it a sump pump. It's still going. And so now I'm out here checking out the capacitor and the contactor, make sure I'm getting proper amperage, the overall amperage to the whole system, to the condenser. And then checking the amperage to the compressor, and then going to check the amperage to the fan. Just make sure everything is good and going according to the data plate or data plate, and just going over my contactor, and then I'm going to check the capacitor afterwards, and eventually I'll turn it off. It took me a bit to figure this out, but I figured this out, and now I'm moving with confidence throughout my whole journey. I actually switched my career to building automations. Looking forward to doing that and figuring out where that takes me as well. But I think that is something where I would want to be. Anytime you're doing a contactor and you want to check it, definitely turn the power off. Some people do it live. I've heard that some people have blown their multimeter doing it live. And so it varies on everyone. To me, I like to turn it off, especially when people install capacitors where you can't see the rating of the microfarad. So I have to turn it around and figure out what the microfarads is for it. So I eventually find out what it is, and you know, getting the specs of it all and going from there. Definitely take a lot of pictures to cover myself, whether I'm doing side work or at work. Always taking pictures, even when they don't even ask for it. I just take pictures, like I said, just to cover myself and send it to them as well. So HVAC has been really good to me. I love being out in the field, love talking to people, but yeah, I gotta take my talents elsewhere. I'm just not feeling the residential part of it. I'm too tall to be in certain people's attic, too tall to be in certain people's crawl spaces, you know. But it's a rewarding job. It feels good, especially learning and knowing what you're doing. It looked like my shoot, my light is my visor or something like that above my head. But anyway, going off on a tangent, I'm putting everything back together, making sure my wires is tight and in there properly. I didn't have to clean the coils because it wasn't dirty. There's no point of wasting somebody's water bill. And yeah, I get it. There can still be dust in there, but it's not hurting nobody. Our summers has not been that bad. But last thing, just make sure everything's running. Put the door back on, and there's usually a delay between get disconnect back in. Yeah, just put everything back together. Confirm that everything is working right. Go about my business. So that's been a great journey. If you like this video, subscribe and leave your comments, and definitely, you know, share information. Maybe something I could learn. Share links. Share whatever you want to share. Always looking to learn, willing to learn, and looking forward to seeing everybody's comments below. I appreciate everybody's time and, you know, thoughts as well. Peace.